Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Speak Easy English podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa.
And I'm Courage. It's so good to be back here with you all. And with you, Vanessa.
You too. And today we're not tackling any big heavy topic. We just thought we'd, pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea and just chat.
Exactly. Just a really cozy, casual conversation. We're going to talk about our day, the little ups and downs, the mundane stuff that actually makes up a life.
Yeah, the mundane magic. I like that. So we invite you to just relax, listen in, and maybe think about your own day too.
So, where do we even begin? The beginning of the day, I guess. My morning.
Yes, please tell me everything. How was the start to your day?
Well, it was memorable. Let's put it that way. It started with my sacred morning ritual, making coffee.
Of course. The most important step.
The absolute most. And I'm there, stumbling around the kitchen, still basically asleep. I've got my favorite mug, the water's hot. Everything is going according to plan. I reach for the sugar, or what I thought was the sugar.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Your feeling is correct. I put a heaping spoonful in, stir it all up, take a big happy gulp, and it's just pure hot liquid salt.
No. Oh, Courage, that's awful.
It was a shock to the system, let me tell you. My whole face just puckered up. I think I stood there frozen for a solid 10 seconds just processing the betrayal.
The betrayal of your own kitchen. I've done that with paprika instead of cinnamon on my oatmeal once. It's a very specific kind of confusion and horror.
Right? You just don't expect it. So, yeah, that was the start. But after I spat it out and rinsed my mouth out about 100 times
Oh my gosh.
and made a new, correct, proper cup of coffee, things improved. I decided I needed a reset. So I just sat by the window for a few minutes before diving into work.
Good idea. A little moment of mindfulness.
Exactly. And the window was open, and I could hear the city waking up, but right there on the fence in my little backyard was this incredibly bright blue jay.
Oh, how lovely.
It was. He was just hopping around, making all these squawky noises. He was so unapologetically himself. It just made me smile. It was like the universe sending a little, hey, it's okay. The salt coffee isn't the end of the world.
Oh, I love that. A little feathered messenger of hope.
A feathered messenger, exactly. It's amazing how something so simple, something you could easily miss if you were just rushing around, can completely shift your energy for the rest of the day.
It really is. It grounds you. So after the great salt incident and the bird redemption, how was the rest of your morning?
Well, much less dramatic, thankfully. Just work. Emails, a couple of meetings, the usual. But tell me about your day. I hope it was less salty.
It was completely salt-free, I'm happy to report. My day it was one of those days that feels really long, but also like nothing happened. You know those?
Oh, I know them intimately, the slow, fast day.
The slow, fast day. That's it. But I did have a nice moment. I was feeling really stuck on this project, just staring at my computer screen, and my brain was turning to mush.
The dreaded brain mush.
Totally. So I decided I had to get out of the house. I just went for a walk with no destination in mind, and I ended up on this little side street I don't usually go down.
Oh, I love doing that, finding new little corners of the neighborhood.
Me too. And I stumbled upon this tiny little bakery. It looked like it had been there for 100 years. It had this old, faded green sign. I think it was called the Rolling Pin or something simple like that.
That sounds charming.
It was so charming. And the smell, Courage, I was halfway down the block and I could smell it. Warm bread and like cinnamon and butter.
The best smells in the entire world. You have to go in at that point. It's a rule.
It's a rule. So I did, and it was just this sweet little old lady behind the counter. I felt like I'd stepped back in time. I ended up just getting a simple almond croissant. Nothing fancy.
A classic. You can't go wrong with an almond croissant.
You really can't. And I ate it walking back in the sunshine, and it was just perfect. It was flaky and sweet, and it totally unstuck my brain. When I got back to my desk, I suddenly knew exactly what to do with the project.
It was a magic croissant.
It was a magic croissant. See? These little things, they have power. It's the small joys that fuel the big tasks.
I completely agree. So, what's the plan to wind down tonight? You gonna keep that good, calm energy going? Speaking of fueling tasks, that Blue Jay really did help. I had this one email I'd been dreading to write all morning. It was one of those tricky diplomatic ones.
I'm gonna try. Tonight for me is a classic sofa, blanket, and a good book kind of night. Oh, I know the type, where you rewrite every sentence a dozen times trying to get the tone just right.
A perfect combo. What are you reading? Exactly. I felt like I was diffusing a bomb. But after watching that bird just being a bird, so loud and confident, I went back to my desk and just wrote the thing. No overthinking, just straightforward and honest.
I just started this mystery novel. It's set in like a remote Scottish village. It's very atmospheric, a little spooky. And how did it go over? Was it received well?
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Amazingly well, actually. I got a reply almost immediately, and it was completely positive. Problem solved. It made me realize how much time I waste just worrying about the response instead of just doing the thing.
Yeah, it's good so far. It helps me kind of disconnect my brain from work, Just get lost in a completely different world for a while. It's my favorite way to recharge. What about you? What does your evening look like? That's a huge realization. It's like the croissant unstuck my creative brain and the Blue Jay unstuck your communication brain. We just needed a little nudge from the universe.
Well, I mentioned I was feeling ambitious earlier, right? A nudge from the universe, delivered by bird and pastry. I'll take it. It's a good reminder that sometimes the best way to solve a complex problem is to step away from it and look at something simple for a minute.
You did? I'm intrigued. Absolutely. It clears the mental clutter. It's funny how we look for big, life-altering solutions when sometimes all we need is to reset our perspective with something small and beautiful.
I've decided tonight is the night I finally try to make homemade pasta.
Get out! Really? From scratch?
From scratch. I have the flour, I have the eggs, I have a YouTube tutorial paused and ready to go.
Wow, I am so impressed, and also a little intimidated on your behalf.
Yeah, me too. It could be a spectacular failure. The dough could be sticky, it could fall apart. I could end up with just a bowl of floury scrambled eggs.
Or it could be the most delicious pasta you've ever had in your life. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope this helps you feel a little calmer and more confident for your next social event. Until next time, keep speaking easy and be kind to yourself. And of course, if you found this episode helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, share it with a friend, and hit that like button. It makes a huge difference. Bye.